How's it going, guys? This is Below Average Gamer. We're here for a campaign on Napoleon Total War. I had started one previously. Whoops, wrong one. We've been playing as Austria, and I'd started one previously, but I'd realized I used the wrong unit type. We were using large to ultra unit types. I'd used small, and so it was like 80 lines, and it was not good. So we'll go ahead and just repeat what I did the first time. It shouldn't be that big of an issue. The reason I reset was because I had done an auto siege, and it had gone horribly wrong. Because I was just figuring I'd just restart anyways. I was going to stay with it. We know all this already. We went ahead and researched our technology laws, which is poverty control. Government's looking good. Franz the first. Income's low, but we'll fix that later. Prussia. We're going to want trade with Prussia. And we're going to want trade with the Turks. And we're going to want Prussia to have an alliance with us, so we can accommodate our lands. And what I mean by that is we pulling this army from Prague back into Prague. Where is our college at here? Okay. We can probably leave that the way it is for now. I'm not too worried about that. Yes. Okay. Now, we sent this army out here. He'll be battling Hem shortly. This is a large unit type, so it should be good. We sent these two armies up here. I suppose we can combine them, actually. No. Okay. I should still have a pretty decent movement. Alright. So we'll go ahead and grab Munich next turn. We might be able to send our levy in from the militia. With that said, we'll go ahead and try to improve Venetia. Get some Fusilier of the line and get cantonment, and we don't need a tax office right now. Really what we need is a dockyard. We don't even have a navy, but merchantmen trade ships aren't going to do any good for us right now. There's a harbor there as well. Once again, we don't need it right now. I assume what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and do some house cleaning. Secret society. Oh, nope. No, we don't know. That is a gold mine. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to figure out what we want to increase here, guys, really quick. Commercial port could be good. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. We did last time, but it failed. So we went ahead and attempted to assassinate their general before it even got to the battle, which should give them an adverse effect. We'll try one more time. Agent detected, as before. Send them into Tyrol, and we'll attack. So here we go. I'll go ahead and quick save. Yes. Alright, attack. The Battle of Northern Italy, 1805. We have Karl von Osterreich-Teschen versus Jean-André Messina? Jean-André Messina? I know it's well, I guess we'll find out. But guys, so we had a Malta series going on, but that will not be continuing for multiple reasons. One, because of how it ended up playing out. England did attack me, and I actually forgot to save beforehand. And secondly, because Empire Total War started crashing. I could have probably recovered from the England attack. I had a pretty sizable army in Malta at the time, or in Tunis. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way, guys. Which is alright. Live and let live. We'll go ahead and get our guys set up here. So this is the highest point on the map, I do believe. So we'll go ahead and set up here. We'll send our Jaegers in. Underneath. We'll head and adopt our line infantry over here. Perhaps we'll send them up from the flank. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Jaegers need to just be over here still. Yep. We'll go ahead and send our line infantry in. Let's see, we got our grenadiers. No, pressing the wrong button. Here we go. That's what I want. Group these guys together. Our general staff behind them. Group our light horse together. Those guys will be over here. Those guys will be over here on the flanks. We'll be going for their artillery as soon as possible. Our general needs to be spread out, but with our units. We'll start this battle. So we're going to attempt to take the high ground early on. Send our cavalry along the flank. Our artillery, as we fire their artillery, which is actually out of range. Ouch.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Okay, so they're aiming for our general. That's fine. We'll just redirect him. We'll get in position here. We'll go ahead and unlimber our artillery and move them up. I made a little mistake here, but that's alright. We can always fix that. We've taken 2 losses with our Fusilier, and that should have been a damaging volley. No, it was not. We'll go ahead and send our general. Keep them moving. Just getting in a position here, guys. If they're not going to charge me, we'll go ahead and move up on them. Bring our Jaegers up in the forest. I do not see their artillery. I mean, not artillery. Cavalry. My bad. I did not see their cavalry, but then when I looked over here, it's right here, so I don't even know why I was waiting on that. We do have, they are reloading their who are they firing at? Looks like they're still firing on our line, so our general should be safe for the most part. I believe they might just let our cavalry sneak past here, which would be great. 1, 2. Taking minimal losses on that. We'll get these up into position where we will then move up on an attack with our cavalry on the flank. Should be able to crush them. Our hussars perform evenly with their chasseurs à cheval, which I learned last one. Here is Mr. Messina himself. Ooh. There we go. That was a nice little... Oh, there you go. So they have now taken out 2 of our units. We need to get unlimbered and fire at the enemy artillery, which will go ahead and fast forward really quick. They should not still be moving. Yeah, okay. One thing I feel like Napoleon Total War does not do an accurate representation of would be artillery, because this was supposed to be a really big part of the game. We'll go ahead and put down some spikes. I believe these guys are hidden. No, they are not. That's fine. As you see, these are going to be charging our cavalry, which is okay. We'll go ahead and charge them, and there was some losses taken, actually a pretty decent amount, but we should be able to even that out fairly quickly. We need to adjust here, and we'll send our these guys up here fast. These guys need to adjust fairly quickly into the backs and into their. Here we go. Should be able to break the Fusiliers fairly quickly. These guys, I don't know who they're firing at even. We should be engaging with their cavalry, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about engaging with their. We're gonna pull out now. I don't want to get an engagement with their cavalry right now. I just want to get their artillery down to a point where we can take them out. We'll pull these guys out and pull these guys out. They are not needed. There we go. Great volleys, great volleys. Pull back in here. Pull back in here.
Our men are running, sir.
Looks like our cavalry will be breaking somewhat shortly, which is all right. We're actually in a position that we would like. We should be able to deal with these French lines fairly well, unless something horribly wrong happens. We'll send our general up. Alright. Excuse me. So our cavalry here is doing a fairly decent job. They're actually being shot at still, though. I don't know how they're getting shots off, but they are. We're trying to get our shots off.
Men are running, sir.
Firing at these guys. Firing. Come on. It looked like those guys actually weren't even firing, which is fairly awkward. And alright, though. Gonna move up here. In a square we go. Fire. These guys should be doing better than they are. We'll go ahead and charge the French line. Whoops, not what I meant to do. Get out of here. And these guys are going to get slaughtered by these leftover chasseurs à cheval. We're going to rally these guys. These guys don't break as quickly.
We have killed their general, sir.
Awesome.
Now they must
We'll break out a square now and charge these guys as we turn back around here and fire back into their line. We might actually be able to break these chasseurs de cheval, but if we are not able to, we'll go ahead and charge this line here. Yeah, our these guys are actually not going to break because of the presence for a general, but they should have broken by now. Our general is now charging in to deal with these. There we go. We're going to pull our general out. We have broken that unit, and we might as well just charge our general and finish the job. It's these guys. We are still firing here and beating him here, and we are beating him here. And we have now broken that unit, and we'll just charge right into these guys. Hopefully we can break them with one little charge, and there they go. They are gone. Pull our general back. We do not want him getting taken shots.
Glorious victory, sir.
That's a victory on us, and our general will be used to soup up this little, much should be good. That was a messy victory, though. We did lose both our cavalry units, and we do know that the Kingdom of Italy is at war with us also. I'd rather not have to deal with the Kingdom of Italy in the future. Hopefully we can peace out with them, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that. As you can see, we actually lost a pretty good amount of troops there. We did take out that enemy army, though. We're going to be back on our way to Venetia, where we do have reinforcements, and we are recruiting a new army for this man. We'll use our spy here to track movements, and that will be the end of this turn. We will be attacking Munich next turn. Yeah, so hopefully we can retreat from this. Otherwise, we're going to be devastated here. No, we're not going to. Okay, so we're not going to attack. They're actually giving us the ability to. What? Okay. Yeah. I had actually just had peace with the Ottomans, which is fairly confusing. We don't have an army here for some reason. Now, the Ottomans should not be threatening us anytime soon with an army, but they do have a few armies that are fairly volatile towards us. Here, we will recruit a line infantry. This actually kind of took away our money for the turn, but it's just we're not going to be able to form an offensive versus the Ottomans, so we peace out with the French, which won't be for some time, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and retreat back here. I'm worried that these guys are going to do some serious damage. This is their main army. We'll probably just go and scout in here, see what they have. Yeah, that's their whole army. So we'll wait on that one. France has taken Munich, and we now have a weakened French force to attack with our main Austrian force. And this is not under Napoleon must have been injured. So we'll go ahead and continue the siege then. We're not going to attack if Napoleon's not there. I was hoping I could wound Napoleon, take him out of action, but unfortunately it's not what's going to be. We have a fairly decent army here. No general though. What we'll probably do is send this general back, and we'll send this army towards the Turks. That's our tasks are coming down here, and a lot of turns it looks like. 1, 2, 3. 3 after this one. The Turks don't have much here, but it can be a large town it looks like, which is good for us. And then hopefully we can cross them out fairly quickly. We do not have a navy, as I've stated before. We will work on that. We're going to work on that this turn, but they've kind of dampened our progress on that one. I believe we've gotten 1 new unit, and we have 2 units coming next turn. They would be dumb to lay a siege on us, and our harbors aren't really doing much either, so hopefully we can avoid that whole Kingdom of Italy. And France should not push the siege. Oop, there's Napoleon. There's Napoleon Bonaparte. We'll go and retreat back. We're going to take some attrition, but that's alright. We should have taken Bavaria that turn, but as you now know, Napoleon would have came up from behind. So what we will do is we'll bring this army from Prague, and we'll try to see, working from Prague riots, that's fine. We fixed that whole issue. That took all but 7, so we are actually in a hurting economic position right now. These guys have taken some attrition. We'll go and send these guys back. We probably should recruit more here, but we unfortunately cannot. That is alright. Napoleon has a fairly large force here. This force probably could hold its own, but I don't really want to test it. Kind of want to get out of there. This force is now gaining momentum quite quickly. We are reinforcing low because it is winter. The force that we sent out of Austria, that is the Russian force right there, by the way. And that is a fairly large Russian force. Once again, Russian forces are kind of weak in this game. Not too impressed at all, really. 2 more turns in the Balkans. And that's going to be this turn, because we really can't do anything else. Hopefully France isn't going to push, and hopefully the King of Italy won't push onto Venice. I'm not sure what our defenses are in Venice, but I'm pretty sure it's not anything. It's not nearly enough to actually do damage. The Turks, also, their only sizable army should be in Istanbul, which I'm not really worried about. Mission issued. Stuttgart. Okay. Well, that is not going to happen anytime soon, but it could be a goal. Napoleon has a very large interception radius, it looks like. We'll go ahead and send this army over here and try to knock Napoleon's old guard out of action early. Okay. We can go and attack Napoleon here. And we do receive a reinforcement. So Napoleon has a lot of artillery, a lot of 12 pounders, a lot of 6 pounders. We're gonna have to move fast on his army. He has an old guard and grenadiers of the line, 80, 45, 9, 10, 20. Our morale is nowhere near 20. It's going to be all shooting and infantry charges, or cavalry charges here. We have 2 pieces of artillery. This might be a suicide, but if you get him now, you shouldn't have to worry about it later. He has 2 skirmisher units. We have Jaegers, Landskuten, and Grinzers. And we have 2 units of Jaegers here. This should be a fairly even fight. 145, 718, 145, 5, 6, 9. So they do, French units have, looks like they have double morale. So we have to avoid getting to melee combat with him. So Johann von Osterlich is going to be fighting Napoleon Bonaparte for the last battle of this episode, guys. Napoleon Bonaparte has a 23 morale. Just for being, I love this. It's not even general staff. It's Napoleon Bonaparte's actual unit. It's the same. Yeah, okay. Because he's a special general, he does get observation. It looks like also, so we can see where we deploy. Let's go ahead and fight this battle. If we can win this battle, guys, hopefully we can defeat Napoleon here and now. Not have to worry about his marches onto Vienna, because we have actually kind of left Vienna undefended. I was not believing Napoleon to come attack Vienna right away. If he does take Vienna, all is not lost. We have the armies moving for the Turks, but hopefully we can stop him here. So Napoleon actually gets a larger setup than we do, and it looks like he's actually set up on the high ground. Fairly clear patch of high ground also. So unfortunately for us, Johann von Ostrich and Karl Marx von Lieberich are going to be tasked with an important battle here against Napoleon Bonaparte to save the future of their nation. Alright. Any second now, the Battle of Salzburg, 1805. Hopefully it's not a Battle of Regensburg, or not Regensburg, what is it? Of course I can't think of the name of the battle now, but anyways, oh, it's kind of look, the Russians aren't here with us, hopefully it won't be a repeat. It looks like, actually, we might be able to set up our artillery here and get fairly good shots off on Napoleon as he moves up, but unfortunately it's blocked. So we'll have to send our artillery right here. Still a good spot. I'd like to have a better spot though. We'll put our skirmishers here. Which, whoa. Not you. You, come on. You guys should be all in here. You guys, are you guys, I'm confused. Okay, so you guys will march with the main force. You guys will stay back with the artillery. We are probably gonna have to wait, unfortunately, for our reinforcements to arrive, which will give Napoleon time to march. Shouldn't be that big of an issue. We have 1 unit of hussar. Our general will stay back where he's not gonna be in range of Napoleon's cannons. We will send our cavalry on the flank as quickly as possible, and the Grinzers will march in front in skirmish formation of our Fusiliers of the line, trying to get some extra shots in on Napoleon here. Crap, hold on, pause really quick, Okay, no, you guys need to be all in one, come on. There you go. We'll go ahead and send these guys up here. Napoleon's played us fairly smart here. I think he, well, they didn't, the computer did know, actually. Okay. There is his cavalry. As you can see, we have misplayed fairly importantly here. Napoleon may have outsmarted us again, guys. We can put in the slow motion really quick. Try to readjust our forces here. We have to adjust over here. Protect against a large flank. We'll send our cavalry here to scout, and our general will probably come back here. We don't want to waste our shots though. Fire right here on this foot artillery. His light foot are gonna be coming into range any second. Well, these guys need to be running. Put us on their normal speed. I'm not too concerned about his cannons. 100%. They will do some damage. I'm not concerned about them knocking out like entire units or anything like that. As you can see, there we go. Napoleon's famous cannons. Trying to knock out the use of some of them. Should be a majority of them actually. These guys need to start firing canister ASAP. Also, not in range just yet. Come on. Ooh. All right. We're going to send our cavalry around, and here comes our relief force. Hopefully come to enter the battle in time. We'll send these guys up here, take another cannon. We do have grenadiers as well. We can send these guys right behind. We have fairly large detach of cavalry, which we'll send over here. That cavalry needs to get running. See that enemy infantry, that probably the Fusiliers on the line, we'll send back. Both these guys need to be firing on these Jaegers. Come on. This is their light foot too. Come on, just destroy them. Send these guys up here. So our cavalry, thanks to running, is now in position. Alright. We'll send these Hussars up the Fusiliers of the line. And these guys need to be up here. Here. We'll go ahead and charge this cavalry in. I believe the French don't even have anyone to help them right now. We will be able to break this line, taking even casualties more than anything. This is the our general staff, another one. These guys need to get up here ASAP as well. Need to be running. These guys need to get out of here. Need to get out of here. Initial charge was good, but you cannot keep. We'll go ahead and charge with the Lancers as well. These guys just need to get out of here before their entire unit's wasted. This Lancer unit should devastate this French line. These guys need to wheel out fast. Start taking serious losses. Might break. Yeah, this French line is gone. Pull out with our Uhlans. And we'll just recharge again and again. Recharge that French line. Out from the side as well. We're just trying to eliminate any element of a French flank on us. Alright, so as you can see, we have a fairly large amount of reserve line here, which we'll keep as reserve. Probably don't want to send these guys into battle. Same thing with these Fusiliers. Our Uhlans have survived. This should probably pull out, that means. You guys should all just charge these Uhlans. This one can probably come up here. Take out this unit of horse artillery, which is giving France the advantage right now. Not able to hit much, but we can switch again to round shot. I don't know why we're firing canister any longer. These guys need to be up here, as I'd stated before. We'll now switch to canister again. There we go. Devastating, devastating on those chasseurs à cheval. These guys need to charge. Get it fairly quickly. Want to do enough damage to survive. These guys need to pull out as well. run though. We have eliminated this flank for the most part. We'll go ahead and send one more charge on these Lancers. Last charge. You guys need to stay here. Come on. Stay in your line, boys. Steady. These guys should not be firing. If they are, that is my mistake. Put these guys back here in reserve. Actually, probably can put these guys over here, because I'm not sure how. We need to pull these Lancers back before we lose them. Same, I don't know where this cavalry is. There he is, back. He's returned to the fight. These guys have returned to the fight. We'll go ahead and pull these guys around here and take out this French regiment as well. Pull you guys back here into reserve. That is going to be French Voltigeurs firing on these guys. These guys are historic. I do not believe they will survive this fight. They're about to get fired on hard, but they managed to take out almost all the French, maybe another French unit. They have only 8 men left. They have charged through that line. Yeah, continue the charge, come on. They're going to break. They have to break. They've continued the charge. Okay, now they finally broke. I was about to start laughing so hard. I thought they were continuing that charge through. But they have not, which is okay. Our Voltigeurs are holding fairly well. We'll go ahead and switch back to round shot. We have destroyed the French artillery. For the most part, we've destroyed the French everything. All the French have left are the Grenadiers and their old guard, which is not going to do much against our line. We'll go ahead and fast forward because they're not going to hit anything from their distance. I'm not going 1-to-1 against those French either. We're waiting on this regiment of artillery to get up here, which never happened. Once they get up here, this will be a lot easier on us. These guys are taking shots, but I'm not too worried. These guys aren't going to break or anything. This is not from only cavalry, or only artillery. Let's see, so, yeah, so this is going to be a wait-out battle, I think. Napoleon's not that dumb. What I would have liked to do is just charge Napoleon from behind, just take him out, but he's not that dumb. That cannon's left to 1 cannon, and this cannon's about to get in position. We're actually going to outnumber them in cannons fairly soon. They only have, what, 1, 2? Yeah, so we're going to be even with them in cannon fire. We need to be firing at their cannons. You need to fire at these cannons. You guys need to fire at these cannons. We should be destroying these guys. So here comes our Austrian reserve, ready to fire. We'll go ahead and insert on this. Here we go. So you can see our cannon's ready to fire, and it is just going to hit right over them. Hopefully they can adjust that fire on the next shot, guys. The French are, looks like wavering 100%. Like, it doesn't actually, yeah, they're good now. Alright, so we are just missing these shots. Poor cannon fire. We have no experience on our men. Our cavalry are going to be fairly experienced by the end of this, but that's not by, without saying they took losses. Are these guys back to 61 now? Okay, so you guys actually are taking cannon fire, I do believe, so we're going to pull these guys back. We don't want these guys to continue taking losses for our cause. It's just not worth it. Fire on these guys also. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Yeah, so the French cannons have nowhere to fire. They're losing troops. But once again, we'll actually insert on these guys. These guys should be getting better shots off. They are. We have lost 2 guys now from that artillery unit. And that would have been a great shot if it had not misfired. French just going to stay here and let us pound them, I do believe. So we'll just keep fast forwarding until that happens. Well, first we need to take care of the artillery, which is going to take longer than I believe we had expected. The reason I'm not charging is early game is really significant for taking out the big units and making sure units stay okay. If this was later in the game, I'd probably just do a whole charge, but I'm not about to charge. Speaking of charges, what was that about? Okay, come on back. Shh. Okay. I'm glad I saw that. That was horrible. They decided they were going to be heroes. So we have the Fusiliers. Where did the old guard go? I believe he might have already withdrawn the old guard, or the old guard is sitting right there, hidden. One of the two. So it means we must be hitting them. Yep. Here come their hidden units. The old guard, second foot guards. Here they come, engaging in the battle now. We'll go ahead and send these guys up here. Make sure we have our supporting fire up here. Get our cavalry ready for their charge we were preparing them for. Get our units up. We can stop the fast forward now. That'd be nice. You guys need to be running to your positions. Here comes the old guard. Charging in, taking serious fire as they charge. The French are just going to charge against here. These guys need to pull out. Come on. Take the square. Take the square. Come on. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back.
Our men are running, sir.
These guys are getting destroyed. We'll go ahead and fire a canister into these guys. The French have broken. Alright, I believe it's time to charge. He doesn't fall back. It is time to charge the old guard. These guys need to fire on the Voltigears. You guys are firing canister into the French. The old guard might not break from this, so we'll go ahead and send these guys out now. Yeah, the old guard aren't going to break. Unfortunately for us, they've actually broken one of our cavalry units. So we're going to send these guys back. They're actually fearing the old guard, which is weird, but whatever. These are going to quit firing for a second. The French are almost done. We need to be in melee. We'll go ahead and charge, counter-charge the French. Take shots on him. Take shots on him. Our cavalry can limber. We do not need our cavalry any longer. We are just taking shot on shot with the old guard, and we'll do a final charge into him here. And our infantry is going to even join on the charge of the old guard. As they're going to take some initial losses, then charge into. But the cavalry, our infantry is holding. They may not hold for much longer. The old guard is taking some serious hits. And the French regimental line are about to fall apart. As you can see, we'll go ahead and countercharge these guys. The old guard has broken. Nobody of them left. Napoleon's old guard is gone early. We'll go and set this regiment here over here. These guys need to be involved here. You guys can move up. You guys can unlimber. Round shot right into the artillery. You guys need to get your, come on, you need to get your charge in. Get your charge in. Alright. We have actually defeated Napoleon's army, guys. This is a fairly long battle. A lot of sitting around. But it has totally paid off. We took minimal losses while destroying an army. Heroic victory. We'll go ahead and see what the damage was, and then we'll end that. And this will be posted hopefully today, maybe tomorrow, depends on the timing. I'm very happy with how this is starting out so far. We have managed to take out Napoleon, managed to defeat Napoleon's army in Italy, and now we are free Napoleon, free to focus on the Turks, grow our empire, and then face Napoleon once and for all. He should have been, I believe he retreated. I don't believe I actually attacked Napoleon in this battle. As you can see, we lost 481, he lost 880. He only has 85 men remaining. Napoleon didn't even get touched, yeah, so he retreated. His old guard, though. Let's see, our general staff didn't lose anybody, obviously. Actually, he got a kill somehow. Hussars lost 34, but killed 100. Lost 0, killed 106. Alright, so all of our men did very well. All of our men did very well. We have lost some units, though. Napoleon has retreated with only his man, with only himself left. Yeah, okay, so Napoleon was wounded because this is not Napoleon battling now. We've managed to push Napoleon from our lands, guys. We'll send these guys back to Bohemia, where they belong. These guys will be just a garrison force. And Russia is coming up, actually, to help us out. I'm not worried about taking Munich. Russia can have Munich. I'm worried about these guys over here. This is the Kingdom of France's army. Oh no, this is the Napoleonic army. So Kingdom of France has retreated back. This is Napoleonic Army Chasseurs and Fusiliers. We are slowly regaining health here, and the Turks have not done anything yet, does not look like. But I'll go ahead and see you guys next time. We'll save it here. And please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to see more Napoleon Total War. I'm doing this on request of a subscriber, as stated before. And I'm actually quite enjoying it, so I'm glad you suggested it to me. I've played the Great War, Napoleon Total War. Never played the Coalition campaign. Looks like it could be some fun. We do have 4 days left on our mission. Other than that, we're doing fairly well, guys. So I bid you all adieu, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Below Average Gamer.